Tell us a little bit about your role as Chief Security Officer at ADP and what you're responsible for.
So at ADP, we have what we call a converged security organization. It's a relatively new term, and really it means this. All security, risk, and privacy organizations roll up into a central operations function. So across the globe, I have responsibility for several different functions. First and foremost, cyber defensive operations and those teams. One of the most funnest part of my job, I must say. This is certainly an active area. It's actually where the majority of our budget goes to because technology security is always changing, is so difficult to keep up with, and you need a lot of practitioners in order to be able to really protect a global environment. Second area is what we call threat and incident management. Because the world has become so attack-centric, things happen to businesses every day, it's become a normal part of our business operations. So think of it this way: I have people that protect and defend that are kind of like the utilities, that they go out and they make sure the light bulbs are on in our security devices, and thinking about the best way to lay out our protection controls. And then I have the people that are the 911. These are the people that are eyes on glass. They're looking at what's happening in our environment every day. When someone hits a big red button, that's the teams that go out, jump in, defend, to contain the issue, investigate it, get to root cause, and then get it back into the system. So that's our threat and incident management teams. I have another organization that's operational risk management, and I'm sure we'll talk a lot more about risk management because it's a key part of how we defend our business. What's our most critical assets? Why? What's the technology issues with them? What are our clients concerned about? What could potentially impact the economies that we serve if we didn't do something right? All of those things we have to look at, and you have to have a really sustainable process around that with real key measurements that gives us, Roland, here's your priorities for today. And tomorrow it'll be a little different, and the day after that it'll even be more different. But how do you do operational risk? And that's an organization that I'm responsible for. I also am responsible for what is traditionally called as corporate security. We call it converged security. But this is things like public safety on our campuses, criminal and civil investigations, our forensics organization, our credentialing teams, things that matter to people, right? We want people to come, they go to their offices and their campuses for 40 hours of their lives a week. And we want to make sure that they're safe in their environments. We want to make sure that we have the capability that when criminals so decide to go after our company for whatever reason, that we actually have the capability to investigate those crimes. So that's another big part of our organization. And then I have another whole area that focuses on trust. So how do we communicate to the public? How do we communicate to our clients? How do we educate our own employees? So this idea of being as transparent as possible and educating people. Here's what's going on in the world, and here's how you protect against it. Here's how you protect yourself, and going out and talking to our third parties as well. So those are the big functions that I get to run every day.